sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. And tonight we've got a preseason matchup, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Carolina Panthers. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
His second year in the league certainly didn't go the way that he thought it would. In fact, a lot of whispers around the team and around the league that maybe he was not going to be the guy. Ended up getting benched, took his time, watched the game, and then came back better than ever. Second year in the same offense with the same head coach should lead to an even bigger jump in year 3.
How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Malik Collins in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to it.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? It feels like this defense had their script together on this one, and their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
On the return, Carter. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, first and 10. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. And at quarterback, a longtime signal caller in the National Football League, former Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco.
And what a marvel Joe Flacco is, continues to be a reliable quarterback into his 40s. And we say it all the time, he came off of his couch and made a team better. Guess what? He's doing it again. And now has a chance to not only be good on the field, but also be one of the great mentors in a quarterback room.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Cleveland. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And a solid run down inside the 30. So a good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8. Again, they turn to Ford. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Flacco from the gun. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Second down and a little more than a yard here. An 8-yard gain brings up second down. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Throwing, Young. His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
On the ground, it's Ford. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
This is Ford. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-to-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding the 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Flacco looks to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Here now, 2nd and 4. They run with Ford. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Browns 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Setting up to throw, Flacco. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds just past midfield.
Now Flacco. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
9 yards. First down, Browns.
Down. It's 4th. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Flacco. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerome Ford, 43 yards. And the Browns are able to add on to that lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get it downfield for the touchdown.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Well, the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
23-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Young. And Young will slide to the ground safely as he picks up the first down as well. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Carolina Panthers. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The Young keeps it moving right. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, he had success earlier in the drive, keeping it himself. Not here, though. And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Panthers, first down.
Young. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw, Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
A 40-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points in the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
Well, dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and a couple. Pickett completes this one out wide quickly. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And we'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. That's complete to Brown over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Down at the 12, it's first and 10. Option right, Pickett going to run with it. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only a yard on the keeper, then it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
They'll run from the gun. It's Judkins. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they're going to get him. They bring it down the same back at the 16-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Hopkins' kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A carry here for Trevor Etienne. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. First try for the right arm of Dalton here. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
You doing okay over there, partner? Because that's yet another sack in this game that you just had to call. We're not even at halftime yet. No wonder this team has the lead. What an effort by the defense right from the word go. The adjustments at halftime, they're going to have to be big, or this could really get ugly in the second half.
More the motion man right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Automatic 1st down.
An inside run with Jenkins. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. The Panthers 34-yard line.
Pickett with a quick throw out wide. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. Hopkins' kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Setting up a screen for Jenkins. Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
At the 17-yard line.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kenny Pickett, a 16-yard touchdown run. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. A good-looking return set up here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Carolina offense about ready to go.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at it.
Short throw hauled in by Trimble.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. Now we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Here's Pickett.
He's looking deep for Bell. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Kenny Pickett
Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half.
And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
Well, that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here's Dalton.
And that'll get me off target and incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw here, Dalton. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And a rout is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Throwing, Dalton. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Carolina Panther. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So Dalton now. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Credit for that sack goes to Cameron Thomas. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And Dalton to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
First and 10 at the 46.
Now Dalton. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And now a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Dalton. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This now a 3rd and 4. Dalton here from the gun. Under pressure, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now they'll fake the jet sweep, but now here's Pickett off play action. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Pickett. Pass caught by Phantom. And he goes out right around the 39. That's complete. It's Bell. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen here, and you never know what you're going to get in the NFL. Sometimes it goes down to the wire. Other times, it's blowout city, like what this game is shaping up to be. But hey, anything can happen, so let's go to the second half. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Once again, Judkins. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's
Pickett back to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Patrick Jones coming in to drop it for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. The Browns send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. We're pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. In trouble, and he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Play action now, Dalton. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Andy Dalton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even an offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers, and they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
Do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere, but the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
They'll start on the ground with Judkins. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Stiff-armed him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
First down, here's Jenkins. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. First down, right back to Jenkins.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now. And that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now he got away from that first tackler. No idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage.
Now Pickett will look to pass it.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 and the 6. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Dalton and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10
at the 20.
Now ETN to start the drive.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Made at the 21-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 1.
Passing, it's Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
Dalton now to pass. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. Jenkins going to run it out of the gun.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Jenkins going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Pickett.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 3 yards out.
And the Browns take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Cleveland defense. They get ready and set for the next possession. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick six, because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone, but their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Yeah, set them up pretty, got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Malik Collins make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. This Cleveland offense and David Bell set to go once more. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
He wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or 2, hoping someone comes into contact.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
Now Pickett. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 6.
Back to throw, Pickett. Setting up a screen for Jenkins. Powerful running. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Cleveland.
A give up the middle, Jenkins. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kenny Pickett, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. It makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent, and they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. There's a nice move. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Third down from the gun, Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. The Browns offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. On the ground, it's Judkins to start the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 8 yards. Brings up second down.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Now it's Judkins. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Tershawn Wharton, the one to get him to the ground on the defensive side.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Pickett will look to throw it here. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Cedric Tillman, 36 yards. And the Browns had 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this fourth quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
The 43-yard line.
Here's Dalton. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Malik Collins. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you use the word sparked because you're not
under pressure, and they get it to him again. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack.
Well, it's an old chestnut, but let's face it, offensively, they've got to have some pride here because this has been a worst-case scenario all game for them. Keep putting in the effort. Keep trying to keep your quarterback upright and get through the end of this one as quickly as possible.
That is caught. And all the way down to the 26. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Browns offense and Kenny Pickett headed back onto the field. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Caught here by Bell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Here's Pickett.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
On the zone read, this is Judkins.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd down at the 44-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Pickett.
He gets this into the hands of Judkins.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
And it's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point. Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Dalton and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And Dalton to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
A 7-yard gain. That's good.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's Dalton. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards.
McGill running right, Etienne. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd and 15.
So Dalton now. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Up front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They lead big. Quite the kickoff, really, to this exhibition schedule as they start once more with a 1st and 10. Now 2nd and 5.
A gain of 4. Brings up 2nd.
They'll run. This is Judkins. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed They did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.